Hello again, welcome to another quick guide video. Now when you first start on photography you may be wondering yourself, should I shoot in RAW or should I shoot in JPEG? Now in this video I'm going to tell you the pros and cons of both and what reasons you want to shoot in either JPEG or RAW. So let's get to it. Okay, so let's start off with RAW files. They contain way more data than a JPEG file. This is because a RAW file is essentially what your image sensor actually sees with zero processing. Now, as a result, RAW files are a lot larger than JPEG files. This is why a Canon 7D RAW file is 24 megabytes, but a JPEG file for the same camera is only 7 megabytes, so there's a large difference in the file size. So the main upsides for RAW files is that you have a lot more freedom when it comes to editing it in, let's say, Adobe Lightroom or Capture One. You can alter the exposure, you can adjust the shadows if they're too dark, if the sky's blown out you can bring back the detail there, so you have way more freedom compared to if you just shot in JPEG. Now to quickly show you the versatility of RAW files, I'm going to show you firstly an unedited RAW file, just straight up converted into a JPEG. As you can see there's not the bad looking image, but it's not great. And here is an edited version. As you can see the difference is night and day. And as you can see the second image looks a lot more dramatic and I've managed to pull out a lot of detail from the image. Now like I said earlier, RAW files are a lot larger, so you can fit less on a memory card, where on a 16 gig card I could only fit about, let's say, 600 RAW files on, but in JPEG you could shoot about 1200, maybe even more. So in summary, the advantages for RAW files are more detail and flexibility in post-production, but you end up trading off file size and the fact that you have to actually process the images. But for a lot of photographers, this seems to be a worthy trade-off. Now, on to JPEGs. JPEGs are what is considered a lossy file format. And this is where basically the camera is actually throwing away information to reduce the file size. Like I said earlier, JPEGs are a lot smaller compared to RAW files. And essentially, these images are actually processed in camera. This is why, when you're in camera, you can set things like contrast, saturation, sharpness, etc. So you're actually pretty much processing the images in camera. Now, shooting in JPEG is advantageous if you need to quickly get images out into the world. So let's say you're working for like a media company, a news outlet that needs to get images on the web as quickly as possible. You could pretty much, even if let's say you had Wi-Fi enabled, you could pretty much shoot an image, send it out, and a news publication could broadcast them and send it out on a website in a few minutes really. But with RAW you'd have to get the images off, get them onto a computer and actually process them. So in summary, JPEGs are great because you have smaller file sizes, they can be posted straight away, but they come with a trade-off as they have usually less detail and less flexibility in post-production. Now, you may be asking, what format should I be shooting in? Well, that really does depend on what situation. Now, you may be asking, what file format should I be shooting in? Now, really, I cannot answer that. But let's say you want the utmost in detail, the most flexibility, then RAW is going to be for you. But let's say if you're just taking pictures at a party or just a few snapshots that are only going to be posted on Facebook, really, JPEG is probably going to serve you just fine. Okay, so that's going to be it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it and hope you now understand the difference between RAW and JPEG, and hopefully you can now choose the next time you come to shooting. So, like the video if you liked it, dislike if you disliked it, and make sure you've subscribed, and I'll see you guys in another video. Bye!